All right, guys. So going through these setups, obviously today we're gonna run through stop losses and take profits. And we're gonna start with previous setups that we would have had. So these would have been setups that I would have sent out this week, right? Now, hopefully you guys have your notepads and pens, right? And I want you to make a note. Let's start with the stop losses. So the first thing is that your stop loss, right, should always be, if you're selling the trade, your stop loss should always be your last high, right? So what I mean by that is that if we're entering the trade on a solid breaking candle of the support line here, right, your stop loss is the previous high, right? Your stop loss is the previous high. Now, there's a reason why your stop loss is there. And I hope you guys are making notes, right? There's a reason why your stop loss is there. And what it is that it means if the trade had to go and actually surpass the last high, means that it is invalidated. Right? So if it passed your previous high, the sell is invalidated. Right? It means that from the previous high, once it breaks here, it actually goes into what I call buyer's territory. It goes into buyer's territory. So yes, it could still decide to sell once it gets up here, but the chances of it continuing up is no 50-50 because we're entering buyer's territory, right? So your stop loss should always be the previous high. It is a safe place for your stop loss. It is a safe place because you know that if the trade does not come back up and actually touch your stop loss, means that the sell is still validated. It is still valid. So if the trade had to break here, right, and then start to come back within this zone, the sell is still valid, right, unless it breaks your previous high. That is where your stop loss is there. Everybody following? I know again a bit technical here, but I want you to understand why I choose this particular area for a stop loss, right? So the stop loss, please make sure you're taking notes. The stop loss, if you're selling the trade, is your last mountain top. For the beginners who don't understand what last high is, your stop loss is your last mountain top, right? So if the trade actually reverses here and it had to play around in this area, it is still valid for a sell unless it breaks your previous high. Let me show you what that looks like. Here. This is a great example, right? Now, I would have sent out this setup this week as well. And here is when you would have had a solid break of that support, right? So on close of this candle, you would have entered for yourself, right? Now, your stop loss would have been the last mountain top or previous high, so anywhere around here, right? Now, notice what happened for quite some time. The trade came down, went in profit a little bit, came back up, and we actually ranged in this zone. Now, the thing is that what I don't want you guys to be doing, right, is to be constantly doing this peeking Tom thing where you're looking at the trade and saying, oh my God, the candle is about to go back up into this zone. Let me cancel the trade. Because had you come out of this trade, you would have missed the drop. Now you would have noticed here that the trade actually never came back up to your previous high. So the sell was still validated. Right? So the sell was still validated. Yes, it ranged for some time. You would have gone into profit. You would have gone into loss, into profit, into loss, into profit, into loss. And then finally, you would have gone into profit and secured that buy. Yes, Marissa, the amount of pips will vary depending on where the previous high and low is. But guys, ladies and gentlemen, right? What I need you guys to do, this is where bookkeeping is necessary. You need to be able to know, based on your investment in the particular pair, how much you will lose if the trade has to hit your stop loss. That is important. You need to know that. You know why? Because if you know that the stop loss is going to be big, right? If you know the stop loss is going to be big, it would allow you to then decide, okay, you know what, maybe I should not risk so much. Maybe my lot size should be, lower so that I can manage it had it happened, had it had to go against me. So all of these are things that you need to think about. Excuse me. This is when risk management actually gets deeper. We always talk about risk management. We talk about don't risk what you're not willing to lose, blah, blah, blah. It gets deeper here because if I am going into a trade, if let's say, for example, I have a $200 account and I know that my stop loss here is around 81 pips. And I said, okay, well, I want to get into this trade at 0.05. I need to know that if it hits at 81 pips, right, I am going to lose 81, $40 for the $200 account. So you need to know that, because you need to be able to say, can I lose $40? And if you can't, then this is where you will say, you know what, maybe for this trade, I will, given that the stop loss is quite huge, I will go in at 20 cents. So, I'm willing to lose $16 with my $200 account. When it gets up to $500 and so on, and you work it out and you see, well, you stand a chance of losing $40, then it's easier for you to deal with then, right? So I know when we go into trades, we more think about how much profit we can get from this trade, and we don't actually think about the dollar value of the stop loss. And that's very important. That helps you to decide what lot size you should be going into the trade at. If you can't manage or handle a $40 loss with your current balance, reduce your lot size. Right? My goal is not to come here and teach you guys how to gamble, how to try to, wing it. Yeah, we know the strategy that's hit majority of the time, so I don't want you to get too overconfident with it. I don't want you to lose track of the discipline that you need. So at the end of the day, it's still onus on you to still make sure that you manage your bookkeeping, right? What are the 3 things you need in order to be successful with this strategy? What are the 3 things? What are the 3 things that you need in order to be successful in trading? Come on, peoples. What are the 3 things? Awesome. Good. So this is a good example. I think not this one. This one. I have another example as well. This one. But let's look at GCAD, for example. Huh? So let me bring this down here. Okay. So we went into this trade yesterday because we had a solid breaking candle here. Right? This is a solid body break. Now, the stop loss is opposite. So if you're buying the trade, right, the stop loss then will be your previous low. For beginners on the call, your last valley, right? As you can see, this is a valley here, right? And this is also a valley. So we had a solid break. We had a solid breaking candle above here, which would have been our confirmation to enter the trade. Your stop loss in this case would have been below here. Right? Now, the stop loss would have been quite huge, right? In this case, stop loss would have been big. A little bit more. But again, comes down to how you manage the trade. How you manage your trade. I have had persons this week held a hit, or you know, they call it an L with GCAD, but still finish the day with over $100. If you've made $100 and up this week, I want you to type pips in the chat box. If you've made over $100 and up week to date, just type pips in the chat box. Peoples, hey, there we go. As I was saying, I know y'all message me. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, guys. And if you have not made $100 week to date, then the question is, what are you doing that you're not able to catch, right? So stop loss for the buy is previous low or last valley. Stop loss for the sell is previous mountain top. Are we clear on that? We clear on stop losses? If we clear, just type clear in the chat box. Yes, proper risk management based on account size. That is key, because it doesn't make any sense. You deciding, you know what, this strategy that's hit majority of the time, I have $100 account, let me go in at 0.05, right? But stop loss obviously needs to be in the invalidated zone. So if the stop loss a little big, you gotta be able to handle it, because this strategy has proven many a times where it could go back within the zone, but the sell is still validated or the buy is still validated unless it goes to your last high or your last low. Is still a valid trade. Therefore, you should be able to comfortably hold a drawdown. Don't over leverage, guys. I got people that show me up to today, they got $200 account and they're still trading at 0.01. They started at $25, right? Started at $25 a week and a half ago. Imagine starting an account at $25 a week and a half ago. And about $240 right now in profit. From 0.01. Yes, 0.01. Only, like literally 0.01. And that's why I tell you guys, you know, a lot of you guys want to make 6 and 7 figures. Oh, coach, I want to make $100,000, right? This year, but you don't even know what $1,000 look like in a trading account. Start small, people. You know what's the feeling of having $1,000 trading account? So how you want to get to $100,000 and you don't know how good the feeling is to know that you have $1,000 in your trading account? And when you get the $1,000 trading account, treat it like it's $100,000. If you got $100 trading account right now, treat it like it's $100,000. The same principle applies. Feel good about it. I'm telling you. You know why? Because when you start to treat it like it's $100,000 and you feel good about it and you feel like you accomplished so much, you remain disciplined. Because you're calm, you're happy, and you're contented, and you remain disciplined. That's why persons could, you know, start $25, get it to $240 in a week and a half, trading at 0.01. That's phenomenal. That says to me discipline straight up. And a lot of you in this on my call right now, y'all still doing all the things that I tell you guys not to do. Block up the noise. Don't need noise. Mina's gonna come and grasp another every week. You're not getting tired too. Shoot. All right, so somebody tell me to look at the boy again. So we look at this one here. That was right. So this was the recent one that I had here. I got into this morning. All right. No, this is the buy. Solid breaking candle here, right? My stop loss would have been somewhere around here. Mind you, people, as you're going to profit, your stop loss does not have to remain at that level of risk. It's just to start the trade. As you're going to profit, you can literally ease your stop loss and bring it up to reduce the amount of risk, right? So I would have gone into trade here, right? Trade went for 82 pips. So stop loss, previous low for buy, stop loss, previous high for the sell. That's going to take profits because take profits is going to take us a little while, huh? Yeah. So TPs. Now, when it comes to take profits, you have to use a higher time frame. All right. So for example, you ask the chef, you need to use a higher time frame. So what you can do is that you can bring it all the way across, right, to see the previous zone. Sorry. Right? And then for the buy, your take profit for the buy will always be the next mountain top up. So what I mean by that is your take profit will be here. This is the last mountain top up, right? So you do it based on zones. That's the first TP. Next take profit will be here, right? Always based on previous mountain tops for the buy. Don't be greedy. If it gone for 100 pips and you only catch 30, you're still good. At least you secure a bag and you don't lose anything. I rather secure 30 pips than in hopes to catch 50 pips, and then when it get to 30, a huge candle come and reverse, and then they end up with -70. Which one you prefer? Greedy or I lose, or security buy sustainably long term? Greedy and lose or security buy? I can go through it, money. Don't worry. Good. So when you're looking, so again, let's look at the 1 hour time frame. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to remove this. When you're looking for a take profit, let's say for the buy, right? You have to go up 1 time frame. So you need to go up the next time frame, right? And you're going to look for previous mountain tops, right? Which in this case, if this is a uptrend, you're looking for the previous mountain tops in the downtrend, right? So you can see, and I'm going to point them out. No, this is where the line chart even comes in. When we were doing the support and resistance week 1 with the line chart, this is where it comes in nice and handy, right? Nice and handy. Mountain tops. This is where you would look at take profits. Change your chart to a line chart. Get your mountain tops. Mark them out. TP1, TP2, TP3. Right? So when they come back, candles drop down 1 time frame. Check it out. Let me move this. TP1 hit here, right? That would have been 29 pips. TP2, 58 pips. So all you're doing in a buy, guys, make sure you have that previous mountain tops. If you're buying the trade, that's your take profit. Previous mountain tops, so you need to go up 1 time frame. So you know that we usually trade the 1 hour chart. So you're going up 1 time frame. In this case, will be the 4 hour chart. If you can't find the mountain top, the previous mountain tops on the 4 hour chart, then by all means you can go up to the daily, but more likely you will find it on the 4 hour chart. Right? Let's do another example. So let's look at GU. We're gonna do it the opposite way now. Now we're looking at the sell. So your take profits now will be the previous valleys, right? So again, going up 1 time frame, zoom out. As I say, if you can't find, because look at this here, if you cannot find your previous valleys, so if you can't find your previous valleys on the 4 hour time frame, by all means go to the daily. It will help. Drag across the line so that you know exactly where. Let me just make sure that that line is correct. There we go. Right? Now remember the daily, you don't need a lot. Literally, previous valleys, right? So previous valleys could be here, right? If this is too big for you, then you can do a smaller take profit 1. Remember the daily is obviously bigger, so as small as it may look here is actually bigger on the 1 hour time frame. TP1, TP2. Come down to the 1 hour chart, right? If you didn't get this because it was too small, look, if this was a TP1, definitely secured, right? So this one here was about, still good, 37 pips, 40 pips. You good at 40 pips, trust me, you good, right? TP2 here, 154 pips. So for the sell, right? You're looking for the previous values of an uptrend. So please make sure you're writing what I'm saying because I know it could be confusing. For the sell, you're looking, your take profits are previous values for a previous uptrend because now we're in a downtrend. So you're looking for a previous uptrend, right? If you can't find it on the 4-hour time frame, go up another time frame. In this case, you will go to the daily. So notice this was my uptrend here. I am looking for my values. I found one here. I found another there. Yes. So for the sell, your take profits are the previous values in the last uptrend. Make sure you go up one time frame. For the buys, your take profits are the previous mountain tops in the last downtrend. If you have those notes and you have understood the words that have came out of my mouth, please type clear in the chat box. Make sense? And notice I have to repeat it a few times because I know it will be a little confusing. So in other words, if you're buying, right? If you're buying the trade, means that you're looking for the opposite trend in order to set your take profit, right? So if you're buying the trade, you're going up one time frame and you're looking for your previous downtrend because you'll be using your mountain tops in your downtrend. If you're selling the trade, you're going up one time frame and you're looking for your previous uptrend because you'll be using the values of your previous uptrend to set your take profits. Right? Real simple. Yes, the wording may have been confusing, but simple. Let's look at AU. So again, we got a break here, solid breaking candle here. Rules are go up one time frame. If you can't find the previous uptrend, you go up another time frame, right? And in this case, you just kept going. That's fine. That is fine. Just keep going. Just look, because at the end of the day, it still came down here. Look. This was where it was. This is where it broke. Previous uptrend. And I just looking for my valleys. So here's a valley, and here's a valley. Mind you, obviously there's a weekly time frame, so it's going to be big. But let's say, for example, this is TP1, and this was a TP2 here. So let's go back to 1 hour time frame now and see what we got. There we go. All right. Now, in some cases, like the AU, it may be a bit big. And if you can't find the previous uptrend, guys, don't go. All right, don't let me say that. Be smart with it. So set a take profit for yourself. Again, a 20 pip if you want. If you can't, if you're on the 4 hour and the day and you can't find it, just set a take profit for yourself. Right? Now you guys know that I more prefer you to trail stop losses because the trade could forever sell and all of that buys that you're catching. But I know some of you prefer to set a take profit, and that's why I did a take profit call and a stop loss call, right? Some of you prefer to set it, that's fine. I don't like the idea just now of going to the weekly. I may do it because I'm willing to hold. But guys, if you can't find the uptrend or downtrend between the 4 hour and the daily, just set a 20 pip take profit, security buy, and come up. I don't want you to get in the habit of going too high of a time frame. Yes, TP can also correspond with your trading plan. Yes, Nakisha, but if you're going to correspond it to your trading plan, you need to ensure that it is still meeting a valley or a mountain top. Because if your trading plan take profit is 50 pips, right? If your trading plan take profit is 50 pips and the previous mountain top is 20 pips, then you already out of sync, because if it goes up to the 20 pips and turn around, come back and sell, stop loss hit. Right? So it's still important for you to make sure that you still do your analysis in a way that you can look previously and make sure that it corresponds all together. One second, guys. All right, so hopefully it cleared that up. Hopefully it cleared that up. So again, I don't want you guys to get any habit going to be. I may do it, but I don't want you to do it. So I want to keep it sweet and simple, because that's what we've been doing, keeping it sweet and simple. So if you can't find the previous trend on the 4-hour or daily, just set a 20 pip take profit in that case, right? And the reason why I say 20 pips is because it is easier for you to catch 20 pips than for you to hope to catch 50 pips, yes? So in this case, NZUSD, and I'm sure the same thing would have happened here, where we won't be able to find the previous trend, right? Same thing here. So you could have, in this case, hold a 20 pip take profit. I think, Danis, you had with USD, JPY on Monday night, you would have done a take profit of 20 pips, 30 pips, 20 pips, right? Good. So we talked about USD Chef. Let's look at UJ, right? UJ. So let me just make sure that I got it right, because that's an active setup right now. That's not what I'm looking for. So this would have been today, right? Up one time frame, change to the line chart, and so you could have had, so this would have been the break here, so a TP could have been here, this would have been your take profit one, over here would have been a little too close, so yes, definitely this mountain top here would have been your take profit one, right? This would have been your take profit one here on USD Japanese yen. Change back to candlesticks, go to the 1 hour time frame and look at that, right? So on getting in here at the break, TP1 would have been about 42 pips and you would have secured it back. Same here with gold, right? So with gold, I sent out this setup yesterday. I don't know if anybody caught it. This was a beautiful sell I sent out last night, right? Again, forward time frame, change to the line chart, boom, and looking for previous valleys. So this would have been a previous valley, It gets a little small, but this would have been a previous value. This would have, every time you see a little tip, that's a previous value. Previous value here as well. Previous value here as well. When you come down to 1 hour time frame, change back to the candlesticks, right? And everybody know how gold tends to move. As small as it might look, is pretty huge bag there, right? So you would have caught this if you want here, 77 pips, 186 pips, 294 pips, right? And this is how you would do the take profits. Nice and simple. So all you're doing is trading zones. I don't know if you guys recognize. You're trading from zone to zone. Money, gold is your enemy. I don't understand why people still thinking that gold is the enemy. I had people from week 1 saying that gold bipolar. All right, then Khadija, gold. I love gold too. I love gold. I think what you guys need to do is to make sure that you bought same price. That's it. And just wait it out. Look at how beautiful this went. And I have to say that with my strategy, I found that out of all the strategies I've ever known and used, that the breakout strategy that's handled gold the best. I have never had a bipolar situation with gold with this strategy. From the time it break, for sure it going that direction. There's no ifs, buts, nor maybes, it going. So I can't complain at all. Look at this. Buy on break. Wait, hang on. Let's look at this one here. I would have done buy on break, sell on break, right? Break and close here. Look at that. Beautiful. Then they bipolar about that. Look at this. Look. Buy on break, sell on break. Break happen here. Look at that. Look. There's a lot of pips in gold here. I don't know why y'all hit this pair. This pair is a sweetheart. The fellas was called this pair the red woman. Woo! Cause he just said darky. The fellas was called this pair red woman. All right, guys, there's nothing wrong with this pair. Look at it. This pair, with this strategy, I have to say, this pair definitely obeys this strategy to T, because I am sure, like, for those who were trading Forex with me 3 years now, this is years we've been trying to find a strategy to conquer this pair. We got a love-hate relationship with this pair. For 3 years, we have a love-hate relationship with this pair. You know? And for me, I gotta say, this is the only strategy that I have taught so far that go respect to a T. When it breaks, for sure you know it going. There's no ifs, buts, nor maybes. Oh, check your question. Scroll up, check your question. So does this take a lot of time looking for TPs? Never did this method before. Over time, you could pick them up quicker. Go pay it bill today. It's true. Looking for take profits? No. To be honest with you, it comes down to the bookkeeping again. You know what I mean? It comes down to bookkeeping. It shouldn't take long. It should not take long. Easy for you guys to just come. Well, let me see. Bookkeeping is important to me, right? So I'm gonna do it regardless. right? So if it's important to you guys, you can do it regardless. Try not to cheat the system. Try not to cheat the system. Silver too. Silver does respect this strategy. I don't know about y'all, but let me get to the real McCoy that does literally respect this strategy to T. The real, look at this brother. 7 minutes before he breaks. So we're gonna get a live trade on this call. Everybody know getting out the phone and the ready is it. Sorry, right, Khadija? Yes, Jan. Money. Right? We're gonna wait 6 minutes and 37 seconds for this to close. But until then, let's analyze. I love ZAR. ZAR, you see, again, that's what it's called, gold or red woman. Y'all do not need gold, and I've been stressing this for such a long time. I've been telling people you don't need gold. Do you know that there are other peers that pay out more than gold? Why y'all just hold on to this gold thing? I'm not saying nothing is wrong with gold, but if you don't like gold, there are other peers out there that pays out even better than gold. ZAR being one, MXN being another. I got a love-hate relationship with USD trade, Turkish lira. Right? But definitely, ZAR have been respecting my strategy from day one. Week one. Last week before we did like what 3,000 pips in ZAR in one day. Come on, people. This is respect to T. Look at this. Look at this. Look. 6,000 pips. No, sir. And they telling you this more than pays. They don't need gold, man. Also hook on gold. Four minutes, 7 seconds. ZAR literally moved this morning around 6 o'clock. Davion, what time ZAR move? I remember I saw at 5 o'clock it was breaking. Around 6. So Davion said around 6 o'clock. ZAR had it break out. It's true. If you have ZAR, you don't need to trade nothing else. Shanice said, "Coach, to be honest, as always respecting the strategy better." Yes, they are. Look at USD MXN. I had this here today. Look at that. Right? Look at that. This is respecting the strategy more. The exotics. I have a love-hate relationship with TRY. Me and this boy just don't get along. Straight up. Like literally, me and this boy do not get along. You don't need TRY. So you know what you do with pairs you don't need? You remove them. All right? A lot of you guys know that you shouldn't be trading a particular pair, but yet when somebody start looking for a buy on Euro GBP, you say, man, let me see if that buy gonna work out. You know that you got a love-hate relationship with the pair. You know that you've lost with the pair, you don't like the pair, so what are you aiming to get in it? And for those who are new to the strategy, this is a beautiful example of why we have to wait until the 1 hour close to see whether or not the trade is ready to be taken. This is a perfect example. I'm glad this happened. right? Because just now this was here pushing, and I was like, we're making a move, right? An easy solo drop all the way back down. So this is a good example. So check USD JPY. Right? All right. So we wait for the 1 minute, the 1 minute to close. And if we're gonna get into this trade, what is our take profit? Take profit a little far ahead, it'll come here. This one to talk. Use a 20 pip take profit on this trade, huh? Don't want to get too technical on this call. So use a 20 pip take profit when you guys enter this trade. Alternatively, if you want to use this TP here, go back to the 1 hour time frame. Change back to candles. So let's wait and see how it closes. You have to enter from here. You still get about 34 pips. So you guys could use a 20 pip take profit on UJ. Stop loss measure. All right, all right. Stop loss I put around here. So it can be a little higher, but as you go into profit, you could change it. If not, if you want to, you could bring it up, but stop loss gonna be a little big. But I want to see how it closes first, because if it closes around here and again in here, then yeah. All right, so I going in. But again, you could use the stop loss here as well. Yeah, you could use the stop loss there for now. So I like this thing that we in the discussion group do when we enter in a trade, and we do this. Let me show y'all. Yes, everybody can see my screen. In the Telegram, everybody can see the Telegram screen. Yes, we made him money. You see him on this thing? Everybody can see Telegram screen. Oh, my bad. All right, let's do it. Show the screen. This, I love this. It's made me feel like we are a community of traders where whenever we analyze something and they say in, and everybody then shows me that they're in as well. It's a lovely feeling, huh? It's a lovely feeling to know that we trading together. And guys, you know, like I am not one that sends out a signal. I don't believe in, me personally, I don't believe in sending out a signal. You know why? Because a signal is not sustainable for you. If I had to leave tomorrow, what are you going to do to continue the journey? And a dear friend of mine told me that it's always great for you to make notes. Anything had to happen, God forbid, and you had to lose part of your memory. and you coming back to forex trading, you lost a bit of your memory, God forbid, you could actually look at your notes and start somewhere and execute that strategy based on notes. So you would thank yourself later basically. Notes, real powerful. And I don't think that people understand. Sometimes we be so disorganized where we put notes in all sorts of different books that have nothing to do with trading. And at the end of the day, you can't even find the notes. You be scrambling a year later saying, "My coach, you tell me something about that. I'm gonna look for that note." You don't know already. You don't know which note. How do you put it in? Try to be organized, guys. Try to be organized. It's key. You need to be organized. All right. So we in this one. Bookkeeping. It's all part of your bookkeeping. John, man. Between John and Ronette, boys, they're mashing up the market, yeah. Between John and Ronette, mashing up the market, man. If y'all know what them is be sending me. Easy. So in USD JPY, like I say, you could take a 20 pip TP on that. You can do a 20 pip take profit. Run it on my call. And it mashing up the market, yeah. Y'all don't even know. Let me just find this take profit here. Remember to set your stop loss, huh? All right, and they'll get a message about some other peers. So that's up. My accountability partner now tell me about OddCAD for sell. So you guys could look at OddCAD for sell. So I'm gonna break this with a mini break here. So hopefully you guys got that. AU RSL as well. All right. We're gonna start out stop loss and take profit shortly. Just want to make sure that we got this. And AJ. So everybody should be on TradingView now. As I call out these pairs, don't just watch me. I probably won't go into AJ right now. I need that breaking somewhere. But definitely AU and OddCAD looks good. But sell, OddCAD already, AU already going into profit. AU going into profit. TP on this 20 pip take profit, because remember this is the one that we couldn't find the thing. So 20 pip take profit. Make sure that. Trying to pick take profit, guys. Okay, so I got that one started. Eugene, 17 pips profit as well already. What was the other one? AJ? Not AJ, Oddcat. Woo! Look at that already. Already moving. Probably already hit a 20 pip TP. I don't know if y'all went in as they called it. Yep. Moving. And moving, peoples. Danny's done capture 20 pips. Our chef. Our chef as well. 1 second. Accountability partner tell me our chef, but that already done moved, so I wasn't getting that no, because probably already did 20 pips on that. Yeah, definitely. So we good with the ones that we're in right now. AU, close to my take profit already. And then UJ getting a little bit of pullback, but we're gonna hold because we got our stop loss in, and we're good to go. Marissa caught 20 pips already on OddCAD. Lakeisha caught her 20 pips on OddCAD as well. Anybody else? Jan caught hers. Khadija caught hers. Alex, Paula, Lamar, Kafian, Lakeisha, Pip and Dit, Abigail. Awesome. Phenomenal. Let me stop recording.